ideal little table here. I've got my laptop, which is quite big, 16 inch, and there's still a little bit of room here for a mouse and also for a cup or a bottle, whatever I want, so it's pretty good. So the cost of the ticket was 2,693.5 yuan, which is around £300, £320. Now that is quite expensive, but if you do compare it to a business class ticket on a plane, it's very comparable, if not cheaper. The cheapest flight today on business class from Shanghai to Shenzhen was over 3,000 RMB, and many of them are 5,000 and 6,000 RMB. Now it is a holiday time, so flights and trains are booked, but it does give you some level of comparison. I don't usually book business class as it's not normally within my budget, but I wanted to this time to show you what business class on a longer high-speed train is like, and it is very, very comfortable. If you take the overall time, it's actually 6 hours 50 minutes, and it's not that much different to flying, although the flight time is only 2.5 hours. The timing getting to the airport, you've got to be there a couple of hours earlier, you've got all the security. Security is much easier to go by train, and with a lot of camera equipment, batteries and that, it is a lot of hassle at a airport for me compared to a train station. It's much simpler, it's much faster. You literally don't have to turn up at the train station until about half an hour before your train, maybe a little bit sooner, but you know, it's way different to airports. So actually the overall travel time is not that much different to flying, and actually the train station is much closer to my home in Shenzhen than the airport is, so again that's another bonus when I get there. I'm able to relax a little bit more on the train. I have a lot more room around me. I have a nice table I can work on. It's not quite as convenient on an aeroplane. You know, I can get Wi-Fi on the train, which a lot of planes I cannot do that. So yeah, I actually prefer the train, and it's very, very nice on this occasion to be able to travel in a business class compartment. To be honest, I was expecting something a little bit better in business class than a ready meal. I guess that's something I think they could possibly improve on, is the quality of the food. Some of the airline food. I just recently flew with Junyo Airlines, and I must say I found the food really quite good on Junyo Airline. So this is the first class in here. So this is the area where the train attendants sit, and this is the toilet. The wash area here. And this is a place where you can get hot water. Need to find out whether they've got any coffee. Okay, so something that surprised me, I've been on here 5.5 hours and nobody's offered me a hot drink, a tea or a coffee. So I've just been to inquire and I was told, yes, we do have coffee. However, you have to buy the coffee, which I do find somewhat surprising, considering that you pay 2,700 RMB for a ticket and you don't get coffee included in that. That somewhat surprised me, because obviously if you're on an airline you would have coffee included in that price. So I had my coffee. The choices were Americano, cappuccino or latte. So I've gone for a latte. It is Starbucks coffee, which is pretty good, better than sort of instant like Nescafe or something like that. So I have been on these business class trains in China before, not often, but this is something we just don't have in the UK. Generally in the UK we have first class, we have second class, and interestingly, if you look at the airline industry, first class is usually a higher level than business class, but in China on the trains first class is a lower level than business class. Business class is the top level, and then you have first class, and then you have regular economy class. And actually on some of the older trains you can also buy a stand-in ticket, so it's actually like 4 classes of tickets in total. Right, so we have arrived in Shenzhen. Okay, so it's fairly warm and sunny in Shenzhen. I hope you did like that video, and that is giving you a bit of an insight into what it's like business class on one of the high-speed Fuxing trains from Shanghai to Shenzhen. If you did like the video, consider hitting the thumbs up. If you like the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. But as always, for now, take care.